One thing that every single one of us needs to always remember is that we are always being watched, right? Now, this isn't one of my conspiracy videos, but my words still stand. You know, you're always being watched. If you're a parent, your children are always watching you. If you are a sibling, your siblings, younger or older, are always watching you. If you are a student and you're in the classroom, your classmates are always watching you. If you're in college, your colleagues are always watching you. If you're on a team, football, basketball, debate team, they're always watching you. You see what I'm saying? Your band, they're always watching you. Regardless of what you do, you are always going to be in the direct or the peripheral view of somebody. So act right. Now, when people get a little bit more attention than they're used to, this is what we tend to call stage fright, for example. Or when you're about to make a big decision in life and you're scared to take that next step, you're scared to make that move, you're scared to press the button, you're scared to initiate that first action. You feel like somebody's watching you, even though this whole conversation is going on in your own mind. Well, then who's watching me there? Well, I would like to propose this thought to y'all. Life itself is really watching what you're doing. Life itself is the audience that said, oh, what are they going to do? They're at the crossroads. What decision are they going to make? Oh, man, I could tell how scared they are. Are they going to pull the trigger? Are they going to do it? Well, life itself is waiting. That almost that imaginary pressure that you're feeling, all those limitations, all that self-doubt, all those little voices saying that you can't do it. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if it doesn't work out the way I thought it was? What if this blows up in my face? All those things, that's the audience of life. And they're just sitting there watching. And you can almost hear the thoughts of the audience. You can hear the thoughts of life, right? For me, for example, I've had to give a couple of speeches in my day. And every single time I'm about to do it, my heart is beating. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm just like, oh man, what if I fumble my words in front of all these people? What if I forget what I'm saying? What if I get too distracted? Oh man. But the second I get in front of that microphone, the second I get in front of that audience, all that fear disappears. Like I've talked about this before. There was a Mike Tyson short that I watched over and over on repeat. I watched it for like an hour or two straight, where he was talking about Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time, if not the greatest boxer of all time. He was talking about, man, he said, when I'm training, I'm over here thinking that this guy can beat me. You know what I'm saying? I'm training and I'm like, oh, this guy might beat me. He might be the one that does it. Oh man. But then the more he trains, he's thinking about that. He's thinking about failure. He's scared of failure. What happens if I let the people down? What if I let my fans down? What happens if I let myself down? Oh man. But he says the closer and closer that he gets, he's still nervous. But the closer he gets to the ring, he's still nervous. He's still nervous. But the second he gets into that ring, he's a god. The same thing is with each and every one of us in different respects of our life. Different experiences in our own respective lives. There's gonna be a time where you be, oh man, I'm nervous. Oh man, let me have a drink. Let me have a smoke. Let me go back to one of my vices. That's gonna make this easier for me. No. If your son was watching you, if your little brother was watching you, if your colleagues were watching you, would you want them to see you being all nervous, being all scared? Don't get me wrong, these are emotions that we all have to deal with, but what are you going to do in that moment? Life is watching you. What are you going to do? Are you going to succumb to the stage fright, or are you going to change that nervous energy into straight up power that you emit into the world? You see what I'm saying? These are the questions you have to ask. Are you going to fail, or are you going to succeed? It's a very simple question at the end of the day. If you're ever feeling nervous, if you're ever feeling scared, sometimes the best idea is just put your head down and just run through it. That's just what I be doing sometimes. When I'm starting to get that self-doubt, when I'm starting to do this I'm like, no, what am I going to do? Fail or succeed? I only succeed. I say less than act like it. These are the conversations that when you are feeling the most nervous, all eyes are indeed on you. But life itself is watching you to see what you do next. Are you going to fold or are you going to flourish? Till the next one.